What's up, ladies and gentlemen? So, by now, most of you have probably already tried the complexes, the full body fat burning complexes I've done with barbells, kettlebells, dumbbells, etc. What we're gonna do now on top of that is we are gonna add in some slightly more fun workouts. I know a lot of you may miss the pump if you're training at home or you have limited equipment. So what I'm gonna do today is show you how to do a nice, simple, but very, very effective arms session that you can do twice per week. I would recommend you do it on the same days as the circuits you're doing, as the complexes. Add it to the end of the workout. Don't try and do it later in the day. Do your best to add it to the end of the workout so it's one session. The reason I say that is because if you try and train it on off days, your body's simply not going to recover, because a lot of the movements you do in those big complexes are also going to be using the same muscles we're using here. We're not doing anything complicated at all. Really, really, really simple session. 2 exercises per muscle group. We're going to do biceps and triceps here. Aim to get a pump. Use whatever weight you can comfortably work with, and what you want to try to do is go to failure, or about 2 reps short on every set. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to do around 10 to 12 reps per set. When you do it, I want you to go to failure. It should be somewhere around that 10 to 12 rep mark though. If you're doing much, much more, you probably need a little bit more weight. If you're doing much, much less, you probably need a little bit less weight. Cool? So I'm going to start now. I've already had a little bit of a warm up. We're going to go through it. We're going to start off with a bicep curl and a skull crusher on the floor. If you need to have a couple of warm up sets, which I highly advise you do, pause the video just here, warm yourself up, have a few sets, curls, push-ups, etc. Get your shoulders warm, get your triceps warm, and then we can go. When you join me again, we will start lifting. All right, so hopefully you've warmed up a little bit now. We're going to do exercise number 1, superset number 1, which is an antagonistic superset. We're going to start off with biceps. We're going to do a very basic supinated bicep curl. Big, big, big movement, simple movement, but highly effective movement. We are going to supinate that with a floor-based tricep skull crusher. You'll have seen a few of these before. So we're going to take the bar just wider than shoulder width apart. Each one of you is going to find a different level of comfort depending on where you are. We're going to do between 3 and 5 sets per workout. For this, I'm going to do 3 sets, and I advise, certainly in the first few weeks, that's what you start with. Move along and improve and progress to 5 sets. But for now, we're going to do 3 sets of 2 exercises. So we're going to start off, palms facing forwards. We take the bar. Forgive me if I'm a little bit wobbly sometimes, but I've hurt my wrist quite badly, so I'm going to try and do this for you. We're going to take a nice stable footing. We're going to push our elbows into our sides. We're going to keep our chest up, and then we're going to curl that bar towards our neck. And we squeeze and down steady. Keep control. I don't need necessarily a particularly slow tempo. You can go a lot slower and you're going to get a lot more out of it, but we want them to be fun as well. And I understand sometimes at home you want to do something that's a little bit more quick, a little bit more convenient, a little bit more exciting. There's 7 by my count. 8, we'll aim for 12 on this one. 9, notice I'm not driving my elbows too far forwards. 10, I'm keeping control all the time. 11, 12, squeeze. That for me was close to about 2 reps short of failure. Now, we're going to come down onto the ground, turn the bar around, and we're going to lie it side on. Obviously, you can put it wherever you want. I'm going to pop it here for the sake of the demonstration. We're then going to lie on the floor with the bar behind our head. We're going to take a grip, probably about shoulder width apart, evenly spaced on the bar. From this position, we're going to pull our elbows in. So I'm pulling my elbows to parallel, and then we're going to squeeze our triceps. We're going to drive that bar up above our head. Bang. Notice how my elbows are still behind my shoulders. I haven't gone to there because that's where the tension is gone. I keep my elbows back, loading the triceps all of the time, slowly down. Tap the bar on the floor, keep it there for a second, then squeeze up. So we're taking the bounce out. Stop, squeeze, there's 3. Down, stop, squeeze, there's 4. 5, nice and smooth, constant control. 6, 7, aim for 12 again on this, or 2 reps short of failure. 8, 9, notice I'm not allowing the bar to bounce off the floor. Almost there, we'll go for a couple more. Squeeze, and one more time, bang. Right, that's set 1. We are now going to take roughly 1 minute rest, and we're going to gather ourselves for the next set. Now, As you saw there, we're keeping everything under control. We're not going too drastic on the tempo, but I want you to feel the muscle all of the time. I want you to make sure you know what you're training, you can feel what you're training, and then we can get the most out of it. If you need a drink, grab it now, like that. Magic. And then we're gonna go in for the next set. So we've got 20 seconds. Gather yourself. Back to the bicep curl. Set 2 of 3. And remember, progress over the weeks to 5 sets if you feel you can recover. We're training this session twice a week, maximum. If you train it too much, you are going to atrophy muscle rather than break muscle. And as always, remember, that's our time. So I'm gonna stop talking. Palms facing forwards, pick up the bar nice and safe, and then curl for around 10 to 12 reps, or two reps short of failure, depending on what weight you have. There's 3. Keep my elbows pinned into my sides. 4, flexing the bicep. 5, nice and steady. Notice how I'm not swinging. 6, 7, 8, squeeze and stretch. 9, it's getting heavy now. 10, nearly there. 11, one more time. Squeeze, there we go. Just about managed that. So bar comes back round into our push-up, tricep position. Now, what weight you want to use is entirely up to you. Just make sure it's challenging for the reps you're doing. I'm using a 40 kilo bar here to give you a reference point, but what you do is down to your capabilities. So, stable footing, hands evenly spaced along the bar, bring the elbows in, keep the elbows behind the line of the shoulders, and then we go. Squeeze the triceps, down. Take the tension out, 2, accelerate away from the floor, down. Squeeze, 3, down, down, down. Pause, there. Building that tension up, feel it. It's 5, I think. Squeeze up, 6. Squeeze up, 7. Constant control, constant tension. 8, let's go for 4 more. 3, steady down, steady down. 2, slowly, 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 keep that tension. Keeping the elbows behind the shoulder line, steady down. Can really feel my triceps now. Squeeze, and down. Done. That's 2 in the bag. Minute's rest. Again, if you find that you're dropping too much weight on these sets, we can increase the rest slightly, say 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, but for most of you, 1 minute to 1.5 minutes is enough. Again, grab yourself some water. If you want, ideally a situation like this, if you're training at home, you really want to be preserving muscle, so get yourself some Amplify, make sure you're drinking that throughout. And we're going to go in for the 3rd and final set. It's very, very simple workout, this one. Over time, as you increase reps or weight, remember to be progressive with it. It's going to be really simple to remember, so you're not always going to have to watch this video with me. Of course you can, if you want to see my ugly mug, but it's an option. Keep looking at the wrong wrist for my watch. Right, we've got 10 seconds. Last bit of water if you need it. And we're going to go for our 3rd and final set of bicep curls with the bar. There's your minute, done. So take the bar, comfortable grip, just widen hip width, and then nice strong set. 1, squeeze the bicep, feel it stretch as you go down. 2, 3, 4, stretch, squeeze. 5, stretch, squeeze. 6, stretch, squeeze. 7, stretch, squeeze. 8, getting tired now. Don't give up though. I'm gonna go for 3 more. How about you? 2 left, nearly there. Stretch and squeeze, come on. With me, you got this. Let's go. Up, up, up. Steady down. Boom. Oh, bar safely down. It's a hard set for me. I felt that one for sure. Right, bar back round. For me, obviously you just pop it down wherever you need to. We're back on the floor. Final set of triceps extensions. Nice and steady. So we lie down, we take our grip, nice even position on the bar, Elbows remain behind the shoulder line. And when I say that, I mean, here's my shoulder. I want my elbow this side of it all the time to load the tricep. Take my bar and then squeeze up. Flex. Down, 2, 3. Take your tension out. Power up. 2. Nice and controlled. 3. Exhale on exertion. Whole body should be tight. Squeeze. 4. Steady down. Squeeze. 5. Steady down. 6. Easy, easy, easy. 7. We got easy 5 more here. I can feel those triceps burning. 8. Slowly down with my count if you need to. 9. Steady down, steady down. 10. 2 more. Steady. Yeah. Ow. 1 more time. Squeeze out. Really slowly down. Build that tension and relax. Right. We're going to take a slightly longer rest now. Gather ourselves before we move on to the next couple of exercises. So 2 or 3 minutes. Get yourself a drink. And then when you're ready, you restart the video. And we're going to go into our next set, which is going to be a cable curl or a variation of, and a triceps push-up. Last 2 exercises. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so I hope you've had a little bit of a rest now. 2 minutes maximum we needed there. What we're going to do now, the next 2 exercises. Exercise number 1, we're going to mimic a cable curl. Now, I'm going to use a chain because I have it very handy. Great if you've got one of these. If you haven't, doesn't matter. You can use a towel that is about that length, so your average bath towel, or you can even use a pair of jeans. Hold the legs, make sure they're fairly tough jeans, again dependent on the weight you've got. Now all we're going to do, with the bar as it is, it's often easier if you can wedge this end up against something, a wall or some way of stopping it from moving. I don't have that, but it's not going to cause a problem. What we're going to do is we're going to take the jeans or the towel or the cable over the edge of the bar like so. What we're then going to do is take a nice firm grip. We're going to stand up, we're going to lean back a little bit so we've got some tension, and then we're going to curl. And we steady down, stretch at the bottom, squeeze your triceps to get a full stretch on the bicep. Cool? Right, let's go. So 10 reps. Thereabouts. 1, stretch, squeeze. Notice how I'm not swinging my elbows around. 3, 4, keep your shoulders tight. 5, 6, flexing those biceps hard, squeeze the triceps at the bottom. 7, squeeze the triceps at the bottom. 8, stretch out, squeeze up. 9, we're going to go for 3 more. 12 for me, 2 reps short to failure. And again. Squeeze up, flex hard, stretch out, squeeze up, flex hard, and down. Okay, that's our bicep one done. So take your towel out of the way, or your chain in my case. We're going to move the bar just out of the way of the mats for me. Now what we're going to try and do is we're going to do a tricep push-up. So just like you're in a push-up position, we're going to start in a plank, in fact, with our hands flat on the floor, and elbows together. Now I'm going to do my best to do this for you, but I may not be able to, but I'll at least describe it for a rep or 2. So we're settling ourselves down into a push-up position like so. What we're then going to do, by pressing our hands into the floor, is simply squeeze up like so, and down, and up, and down. 3, 4, 5, we're squeezing our triceps hard. 6, 7, 8, 9, I'm going to go 1 more. 10, good. There we go. So very similar to a normal push-up. All we're focusing on is extending the triceps, extending the forearm, keeping our arms parallel. We're going to rest for a minute now before we go on again. One of the things that's worth noting, if you have issues with joints, perfect example, be very, very intelligent with what you're doing. Don't overwork them, don't overstress yourself, and certainly don't cause yourself any injuries. There are always alternatives. If you have any questions, you can jump on the Live Up forums. You can ask me for an alternative to one of these exercises. If you can't do that last one, you can't push yourself up, then the easiest thing to do is to lift yourself up any way you need to. Just get up and then slowly lower yourself down as slow as possible in the same position. That's going to load the tricep. You're still going to get a great exercise out of it. We've got 20 seconds. Grab yourself some water, catch your breath. And then we're going on for our cable curl mimic, jean curl, towel curl, whatever you want to call it. Ooh. Right, so again, same thing, make sure your bar is supported if you need it. And then we're gonna go for curl. We wrap it over the end, thumbs up, and then gather some tension, curl up, squeeze. And it's gonna help if you can rotate your hands out at the top. See how I'm rotating my hands? 2, 3, squeeze the tricep at the bottom. Flex, 4, flex the tricep, flex the bicep. 5, flex the tricep, flex the bicep. 6, 7, all the way to 12, or 2 reps short of failure. 8, 4 more. 9, stretch, feel those biceps working. 2, wow. Oh, I can feel that. Oh, I can feel that very, very well. So, bar comes out the way. This time, I'm going to show you from the front so you can see what my hands are doing. Go down into a plank position. Arms fairly close to parallel, if you can. And then we go into our plank, and then we're going to extend the elbows, pushing our hands into the floor and lifting the body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Flex those triceps. 7, we're keeping the body solid. 8, 2 more. 9, flexing hard. 10, and down. Really try to feel those triceps as you press. Very, very important that you're targeting the muscles that you want to use. Right, we've got one more set, and then we finish up the workout. Start the timer. So rest now, get yourself some water, bit of recovery, prepare yourself mentally for the next set. Now, during your rest periods on any workout, you shouldn't be spending them on Instagram. You shouldn't be spending them playing on your phone. You should be looking at the set and saying, what could I have done better? Did I work hard enough? Could I have done something better with my positioning? This is how you get more out of your sessions. This is how we, as UP, get more out of you. It's about optimizing everything you do, making sure that every rep counts, every breath counts. This is how we get you from A to B very, very quickly. So it's important when you're training yourself, you do exactly the same thing. You hold yourself to the same standards. Right, we've got 14 seconds left. Get yourself a water, and we're gonna go in for the third and final set. Now, I know this may seem like a short workout, but there's reasons for it. As I say, I'll explain after these next 2 sets, but it's important that you don't start to overtrain, because that's not gonna help you grow, it's gonna help you shrink. There's our minute. Let's go. Grab your towel, your jeans, whatever it is you're using to wrap around the bar. And then we go. Take a step back, get the tension, flex up and rotate the hands out. Stretch, squeeze, stretch, squeeze. 3, stretch, squeeze, stretch, constant control. 4, notice how I'm not swinging. 5, I've got control over the movement at all times. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're gonna go for 2 more. Hard last set. Squeeze. One more time. Stretch out. Squeeze up. Boom. There we go. So, put your chain away, your rope away, your jeans away, your towel away, whatever it is. And then we go for our tricep movement. I'm gonna take it from the side again now. So down into plank position, on the elbows, arms parallel, and then we're gonna extend the triceps, push the forearms into the floor, and squeeze up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're trying to tuck the elbows in and get them close together. 6, 7 to make the triceps work and not the chest. 8. Let's go 4 more, last set. 9, 10, ooh, 11, and 1 more, 12, boom. Right, we're gonna take a rest now. We start with 3 sets I would do that for a couple of weeks because you need to assess your tolerance to these workouts in conjunction with the other ones. If you are training too much, you are not going to build muscle. Your muscle is likely to atrophy, it will break down, and you will get smaller and weaker. We don't want this. The important thing to remember is to train as much as you need to, not necessarily as much as time allows or as much as you think you have to. Train as much as your body specifically needs to get the desired result. A trap that we all fall into is training too much, too often. When you do that, you are not going to get the results you desire. So start off with 3 sets. Very simple workout. 3 sets of each exercise, supersetted like this. You can do this twice a week. As you go through the week, you can start to add a set or add a couple of reps or add some weight. Look for some kind of progression, but don't rush to 5 sets. That's very, very important. Don't rush up there. What you can also do right now, if you want to, is you can do a finisher. So you can take the bar or take something you have handy, and you can do some kind of fun finisher, some exercise, your favorite exercise that you enjoy. Let's say your favorite for your biceps, your favorite for your triceps. Do one all-out set as hard as you can of 50 reps, just to leave with a massive pump. You do that, these workouts are gonna be great fun. You're not gonna overtrain yourself too badly. So remember, simplicity is key. Do the big movements, but do them well, and don't fall into the trap of overtraining. We can add these arms workouts twice a week maximum, ideally 5 days apart, 4 or 5 days apart, okay? Add them to the 2 to 4 sessions of the other ones you are doing, and you should be absolutely fine. You should be having fun. And certainly, if you are stuck at home, gives you something to do that avoids the fridge, which is really, really important. Enjoy. If you have any questions, drop them on the Live Up forum. If you're not on the Live Up forum, why not? But feel free to comment in the box below as well, and I'll do my best to answer. Peace out. Enjoy.